Why is choosing your first sake a 50-50 lottery? You feel lost in a sea of mysterious kanji labels. You worry that one wrong choice means a painful morning. But the real secret is not in the calligraphy. It is hidden in the biological and chemical profile. Choosing sake is not a game of luck or art. It is a logical process of managing metabolic noise. I am a pharmacist and an international sake sommelier. I don't just taste sake, I decode its chemical structure. I will translate those secret codes into 3 scientific protocols. Today, you will learn how to find your perfect match. We will eliminate the impurities that lead to sake trauma. This is your insurance for a clean, elegant night. The roadmap, decoding the choice. Today, we use a 3-choice protocol to find your match. We will decode 3 specific styles, light, rich, and cloudy. Each style has a unique chemical fingerprint on your tongue. I will also reveal the safe default number on the label. This number is your chemical shield for a better morning. Let's start with the most elegant choice, the light protocol. The light protocol, the science of elegance. Rule 1 is the light and fruity protocol. This is your first bottle insurance to avoid a bad experience. Look for 2 specific words on the label, Ginjo or Ginjo. If you see these, you are holding a masterpiece of biological engineering. You might wonder, why does rice smell like fresh apples? The secret lies in polishing, meaning grinding away the outer layers of rice. The outside of the rice contains fats and proteins. In science, these are noise, meaning they create heavy, bitter, off flavors. We polish the rice until it looks like a small white pearl. By removing the noise, we allow the yeast to focus on one thing. It creates esters, meaning natural molecules that smell exactly like fruit. We are literally refining the flavor at a molecular level. I once served a chilled Ginjo to a white wine lover in Tokyo. She took one sip and asked, "Did you add pear juice to this?" I smiled and said, "No, this is just the logic of highly polished rice." She was shocked that pure rice could taste so clean and elegant. As a pharmacist, I call this chemical purity. It is the same feeling as drinking crystal clear spring water. If you enjoy Sauvignon Blanc or Pinot Grigio, this is your match. It is a safe default, meaning it rarely leads to a sake trauma. So forget the complex kanji for a moment. Just scan the label for Ginjo or Ginjo. This is the scientific starting point for your sake journey. One visual so you can decide fast. The rich and cloudy protocol, the logic of texture. Rule 2 is choosing between a rich or cloudy experience. This is for when you want to drink with soul and body. You are moving from the aroma of the light style to taste. Look for 2 keywords. Junmai for rich or Nigori for cloudy. If you want to taste the earth, choose Junmai. Junmai meaning pure rice is high in specific amino acids. As a pharmacist, I focus on glutamate, meaning the source of umami. In Junmai, these molecules are not polished away. They trigger the savory receptors on your tongue. This creates a rich and earthy sensation in your mouth. I analyzed the chemical profile of a traditional Junmai. The data showed a high concentration of savory molecules. I tested this by pairing it with a salt-crusted steak. The umami of the rice matched the protein perfectly. It was a logic pairing, meaning the flavors multiplied, not just added. If you love bold red wine, Junmai is your choice. If you want a fun experience, look for cloudy sake. This is called Nigori, meaning roughly filtered sake. Scientific fact. These particles are actual bits of rice and yeast. They provide a creamy texture and a natural sweetness. These solids act as a buffer, meaning they coat your tongue. Another example, I applied this logic to a spicy Thai green curry. The heat from the chili was intense and sharp. A chilled glass of creamy nigori acted as a fire extinguisher. The rice particles coated the tongue and calmed the spice. The sweetness of the sake balanced the heat instantly. It tasted like a silky alcoholic rice pudding. So remember this simple decision protocol. Choose Junmai for a savory, earthy dinner. Choose Nigori for a creamy, sweet adventure. The trap of the cool label. I observed a common tragedy in a busy sake shop. A beginner chose a bottle based only on cool label art. The bottle was a traditional earthy junmai with heavy characteristics. He hated it because it was too dry and bitter for him. He almost gave up on sake forever after just one sip. This is what I call a logic failure in selection. A simple scientific protocol would have saved his entire night. Don't let a cool label dictate your biological experience. Use the data on the back, not the art on the front. The Pharmacist's science, the purity protocol. Why do some sakes leave you with a heavy head? As a pharmacist, I must explain the real chemistry of a hangover. The primary villain is acetaldehyde, meaning the toxic byproduct of alcohol. But there is a secondary villain called metabolic noise. Your liver is like a busy factory with limited workers. Acetaldehyde is the toxic waste that workers must clean up fast. However, rice impurities, meaning lipids and proteins, act as metabolic noise. These impurities compete for the attention of your liver's enzymes. When the noise is high, the cleanup of acetaldehyde slows down. The toxin stays in your blood longer, causing a painful morning. I compared the chemical profiles of various polishing ratios. The data shows a significant drop in congeners at the 60% mark. Congeners meaning metabolic impurities that distract your liver. In my professional practice, I observe a clear pattern in recovery. Drinkers who choose a 60% clean profile report a faster recovery. Their bodies can process the acetaldehyde without being distracted by noise. This is why the number on the label is your scientific shield. To stay sharp tomorrow, look for the semi bois, meaning the polishing ratio. Always choose a bottle with a number of 60% or lower. This simple check reduces the metabolic noise in your system. It ensures your liver can win the battle against acetaldehyde. Logic is the best pairing for your health. The hydration protocol protecting the sensors. But remember, sake has a higher alcohol content than beer. Your liver requires extra water to neutralize the toxic acetaldehyde. Always drink yawaragi mizu, meaning sake's companion water, during your meal. The protocol is simple: 1 glass of water for every glass of sake. This prevents your TRPM5 taste receptors from becoming blind to flavor. TRPM5 meaning the biological sensors for sweetness and umami. By staying hydrated, you keep your palate sharp and your morning clear. The final protocol short and sharp. Now you have the secret code to decode any sake shelf. Go to the shop, look for the 60% number and pick your style. Don't guess, meaning you decide with logic. To help you, I've made a sake protocol checklist. It's a 1-page visual guide for your smartphone. Download it in the link below and take it with you. Subscribe for more scientific drinking hacks. And remember the Pharmacist's prescription drink. Yawaragi mizu, 1 glass of water for every glass of sake. Protect your liver so you can enjoy sake again tomorrow. Stay smart. Stay curious. Kanpai!
Thank you for watching Sake Visual. Subscribe for more visual sake guide. And now, kanpai.